Hello there. I didn't see you there for a moment. Okay, I did, because I'm the one filming this. Hello, I'm Dan. You may recognise me because I'm probably going to post this on my Tumblr, so you will recognise me because you follow me, because you have chosen to follow me, and therefore you know me. But yes, hello internet, wherever you may be watching this from, which is going to be one of like two places. The other one being YouTube, of course, because uploading things directly to Tumblr sucks cake balls. There's a reference for Emma there. Yes, this is regarding a video I was supposed to make a few days ago, and which technically I did in bits, but there are a lot of bits to put together, and it would have been bad. It would have been not so great, and not really worth watching, like 20 minutes of me talking complete shit. Like, it was just rambling, and admittedly this is mostly going to be rambling, but it may be a bit more coherent because at that point it was like 2 o'clock in the morning and I was really tired and didn't know what I was talking about. It felt a little bit forced, you know. I like to have some standards sometimes. You know, I have some standards when I'm not drinking. So yeah, kind of doing this slightly off the cuff here, using my memory to try and remember exactly what the topics were, and I think I've got them down. I think I can nail this one. Yeah. Okay, so let's have some faith in me. I'm talking to a camera. A camera's not going to have very much faith. It's technology, and eventually it'll rise up against us and destroy humanity, ultimately. But that's a long time from now. I'm just expecting it not to have hope in me. So, without further ado, I shall continue with the topics. After this quick disclaimer, which I make in pretty much all of my videos, is that this may be crappily compiled, so apologies in advance for that. Because my editing software appears to not work on this computer, so it will basically be a bunch of miscellaneous clips I've done on Photobooth and then shoved onto YouTube and then edited within. So yeah, not exactly professionally done. And the sucky thing is, I did a course in iMedia which told me how to edit videos, and I can't even apply those skills. I will never apply those skills. That's completely wasted 2 years of my life. It did get me into other courses, but like in terms of practical experience, fuck all. I went to Lewis basically for nothing, which is really depressing. So let's move on. So lovingly, a few of my lovely little Tumblr bubbies sent me some topics of conversation, which is nice. So the first one I do believe was from Tenor, Immaculate Molars is her URL, about music, favorite bands, favorite albums, and also about cats forming a band, leading a band composed of cats, which excites me like the most out of all these things that I've got. So I'm going to start with the last one first there, because you know I'm quirky. Yeah, that would be awesome, and I would be honoured to like be leading that troupe of cats to music, especially if they're so evolved to play instruments. I mean, it would even if they don't have genetically altered paws so that they have opposable thumbs to strum guitars and whatnot. I mean, it's still going to be hilarious trying to watch a cat playing the bongo drums or something. And also, if I am to lead this troupe of cats, I have one condition and one condition only: that we do a song called Robert Smith, because he did a song called Love Cats, and I feel it's a two-way street. I feel this could be an ambassadorial effort between cats and Robert Smith and humanity, that they can live among us as equals. Yes, and moving on to more serious matters. Yes, music. I'll I'll start with albums first. My favourite albums, I will narrow it down to 3 because that's about as good as it gets in narrowing down world with me, because narrowing things down to 1 is incredibly difficult for someone so indecisive as myself. So I will narrow it down to 3 albums by the Smiths. First one, The Queen is Dead. Second, Meat is Murder. Not my personal philosophy, well, sort of my personal philosophy, but I do it anyway because I fucking love steak. And thirdly, what is it? Oh, just a self-titled album. Yeah, good album. Good albums, plural. Very good. You should like them, and if you, no, you should listen to them, and then decide if you like them, and if you don't like them, may you burn in hell. But not really, because I don't believe in hell. Thirdly, on that topic, bands and musicians and artists, I like a lot, so I can't really narrow it down very well, but I have to say my favourite band in general, just plainly and boringly bought in from that topic, but you cannot put them down. The Smiths I love. I also love Joy Division, The Cure, The Clash, Billie Holiday, Aretha Franklin, Ray Charles, Johnny Cash, like a lot of old school rhythm and blues and stuff, mostly sort of pre-70s stuff. That's when I kind of stopped liking it so much. Not that I was actually there. It'd be quite brilliant if I was, and still kind of had this look, this young look. Like back then I sort of had like an afro and stuff, and was a soul man, hanging out with James Brown and whatnot. But sadly, born in the 90s. Yeah, I don't know. I like a lot of music. If you care to see what kind of music I like, go on my Last FM or something, because there's just it really varies. And also, good new band that the person who gave me this question introduced me to is Yuck as well. A band from London who did their first album last year, which is like really cool. It has this kind of really beautiful guitar work, and kind of quite grungy, like sort of distorted guitar sounds, really nice sort of like clear indie singing most of the time. It's got a good mix of songs. I'm not exactly a music critic. I don't know how to use words in that capacity, so just, have a listen. Shameless promotion. Yay, works. Secondly, of all the topics, Dorky One just posted the word food in my original post, asking the fuck should I talk about in the video. So thanks for narrowing that one down. Food, I just love food, man. That shit's good. That's just kind of my thing now, especially spending such a long time single. Food is like the key thing to fill the void. Well, that and crying and masturbating at the same time. I mean, what? That was a joke. Ladies? No? Okay. Yeah, I will give you one secret, because I'm lacking conversational topics about food, because I can't really narrow down the food conversation, but I will say one thing. Some of the best food I've had is come from Italian campsites. Places where people, designated places in Italy, where you go and camp, and they usually have on-site facilities, and they have this usually have a little restaurant, cafe type deal, and it's they're really good, and this isn't just a one-time occurrence. And I thought, well, it must all be like this, because I like to generalize countries and cultures and whatnot, but no, because I went to both Tuscany and around the Great Lakes, like Lake Como. And I must stress, Como, not homo, okay? Jade made this mistake the first time we went, and, she thought it was, the place she was actually born to go, her people's land. Disclaimer, Jamie is a lesbian. and that was like a really bad joke. But that's our gimmick, really. That's like that's our thing. So not homophobic. Yay, mum. This guy. Yeah, where I was going with that is basically like they do the best pizzas at these little campsite restaurants, and oh yeah, it's like an orgasm in your mouth, dude. And yeah, they're not always often quite shapely and like perfectly round or whatever, but so good and like the best ingredients, and like they're done by like Italian families, man, and that may adhere to some kind of like stereotype, but it's a good one. Okay, if you're gonna adhere to any stereotype, go for that one every time. And yeah, it's cheap as fuck as well. It's like €6 or something. That's really decent, especially when you compare it to like going to somewhere like Pisa, which is just like extortionately expensive for small things because it's a touristy place, and it's not exactly a place you want to go if you're an art student and you have no money and you're not used to eating. Okay, so moving on to the next one, we have cheese. Cheese, because that's another really narrowed down subject, and sort of a continuation of the last one, so to speak. Yeah, I like cheese. Cheese is good. I'd be depressed if there was a world without cheese. If like essentially it was like banned from the earth, or somehow we couldn't make it because of reasons. Yeah, we usually end up like getting really nice ones around Christmas. Like we get like the smoked cheese and like super mature cheese, which will like melt your face off. Stuff with like mustard in it, or like garlic and herbs, and really good. So essentially, this is a house full of cheese-loving fanatics. Except I don't like blue cheese. I don't know about everyone else, but I don't know. It's I don't know whether it's the fact that someone told me it's like it's literally mold. I mean, essentially making cheese is just bacteria, but actual blue moldy stuff showing up on the cheese is a bit unappealing. But also the taste just kind of makes me pull this kind of Bernard Black hangover face, just kind of going, and I will not repeat that. But yeah, I like cheese. I like to put it on things. I like pizza. I like tuna melts. Cheese. Good. I should obviously just be the sponsor for cheese. I should be the face of cheese. But not actually involving my face aligning with cheese. That would be messy. There might be burns if it's melted. I don't know. And nobody touches the face. It's already ruined enough as it is.